Welcome back to Contractor Bully. My name is Todd Bryson and I'll be your instructor today. Today we're going to discover who you are and what you do. We're going to do this by figuring out how do the customers define you by searching on Google. Google will give us search results and suggestions based upon the historical searches for related search terms. And we're going to do this search analysis using Google to find those search terms, and we're going to copy those down and use them throughout this course. I'm going to show you how to do this search analysis, and we're going to put those results on the spreadsheet, and we're going to save the sheet to refer to throughout your entire business lifetime. So I have a spreadsheet that I created for you. Pull it up here for you. Okay, and this is our search analysis spreadsheet. And let me give you a quick overview of what this is. This is going to be an analysis of our search terms that we find, and also as we get into the website portion, we're going to be writing posts about certain search terms, and we're going to be able to determine how to get those done, where we are in the process, and if we're paying a writer to write this, what that might cost you. So we're going to put together a brand plan, and this is something that you'll do. You'll just go over to Google, and actually you'll go click on the link that I have here and find this spreadsheet and pull this up, and then you'll just make a copy and save it to your Google Drive. Once you have this copy, you'll be able to edit it yourself. Okay, so in the brand plan, we're just writing out categories of what you might do. And so you might be a contractor. We might want to write some how-to articles. If you're in the installation contracting business, I went ahead and wrote down a few things, like maybe you're into removal, maybe you do commercial, maybe you do residential, maybe you do installation, maybe you do some air duct work, maybe you install air ducts, maybe do some rodent proofing. And then I also have a category here that shows what cities that you might target and what cities you service. And you want to write down all those cities here. So think about all the different areas and different cities. And then the next section is your ideation and selection. This is going to be where we're going to go into Google and we're going to create a massive list of search terms that you might think that people are searching for. And then we're going to analyze the competition on those pages and decide if you're going to actually create some content around those pages when we get into the website point. And then lastly, this is after we decide what we're going to write on, we're going to start to evaluate the primary search query and the title of this article and what type of post it is, whether it's a response, staple, or pillar post. Again, we'll get into that later, and what the status of that article is. Okay, so for now, what we're really focusing on is the brand plan and the ideation and selection. Okay, so we're going to go over to Google. And it's important that first of all you sign out of Google. If you're signed in, you're going to get some tailored results to you. And so we want to pretend like you are a consumer out there just looking for your business to do a certain job. And so they might go into Google and they might type in insulation contractor. Now I'm outside of Salt Lake City, so I'm going to get results here in Salt Lake City. And just to kind of define what this page is, Google shows the 3-pack, which is the top 3 businesses. This is called Google My Business, or Google Local used to be called. Sometimes they'll show ads above this. And then we've got the organic search results below that. There's usually like 10 results. And then we have ads. And the ads will show usually below the results and also above the results. Also, in the very bottom of the page, Google gives us these related searches. So this is going to help us build out our ideation page. Let's go ahead and take this keyword, and we're going to add it to our ideation and selection page. Okay. As I look in here too, I can see some other related searches. Before that, we do that, I want to copy some of these down here. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and grab a bunch of as many keywords as we can, and search terms, and throw them into our spreadsheet. I'm just copying these from the related searches at the bottom. Installation companies. That's interesting. And then near me, we don't really need to type that in. I think it's just a qualifier that they're looking for something near you. And Google knows where everybody is located based upon your IP address. They know where your computer is. So they're going to show you local results without even typing in a qualifier. Now, people do type in qualifiers like maybe Salt Lake City or Los Angeles. And so this is something else that we want to optimize for. But for now, we just want to get a lot of different keywords. So here we go. I just typed in one word, and from Google, I got 9 different search terms. Okay, and so, and then if I click on here and do the search results, I also get additional suggestions. So let's see. Looks like I might have all of these installation companies. Commercial installation contractors. I think we got all that. Let me just double check. Commercial installation contractors. Okay, and then we'll take the next term, and we'll see if we get anything else. Nothing there. Installation suppliers, installation companies. We already got all that. So then maybe we'll take the next one. See if we get any new suggestions. Residential, even though I misspelled it. Home, spray foam, home insulation, attic insulation. So we're getting some variations. So really, when we type in something like home insulation, but if we wrote an article on home insulation contractors, we are actually covering both search terms. So not necessary that we put it in here, but it's okay if we do. Fiberglass insulation installers. There we go. It's a new one. Go to the bottom. See if there's anything new. Fiberglass insulation installers. Let's go ahead and try that. See if we get anything new. Fiberglass pipe installation installers. So if you do pipe, there's another one you can write down. Let's go to the bottom. See if anything new comes up. Wall insulation companies. Here we go. Oops. Spray insulation companies. Okay. Let's get into this one. Spray insulation companies. Spray foam installers. Do we have that one? Let's see. Spray foam insulation contractors, but we don't have spray foam installers. Anything down here? All right, looks good. So we can go on and on and on until we exhaust every possible variation of that keyword of contractors, companies. We can go back into our brand plan and we can kind of go down these categories of different things we do. So here's like removal. So let's just try that. Insulation removal contractor, maybe. Attic insulation removal and replacement. And then what was the one I just typed in? Insulation removal contractor. What else? Insulation remover. Attic insulation removal tool, no. Insulation vacuum rental, no. Attic insulation removal. Did we do that one already? Attic insulation removal and replacement. We kind of got it covered. Let's see. Insulation company. Insulation company. Attic insulation removal companies. I don't think we have that one. And I want you to notice something. Let's look. Just take note of these top three. As I go ahead and choose different search terms, here's a new one that shows up: Tabor. Let's see what happens here. Different three. Installation rebate shows up. Well, and this is new. BDI got down, pushed down to number 3. Residential. Here's 3 brand new ones. American Fork. So the point is, every different search term up here can give us different results, right? So what we want to try to do is optimize our business for as many of these search terms as possible. Let's see what happens about this one. Attic insulation installers. Do those look familiar? Here's 3 new ones. So the point is, some of these guys have optimized for some of the keywords, but not all. And so I'm going to show you how we're going to try to show for as many of these as possible. Also take a look at these organic results. For any of the contractors out there, take note of some of these sites. See if they are like third-party directory sites or lead sites, or if they're actually personal installation companies. So like Home Advisor, not a company. Angie's List, not a company. This is a directory. True Team, this is a consolidation of companies that are somehow part of this True Team business. Thumbtack, a directory. Thumbtack. Porch, it's just a blog basically. Yelp. Looks like here's one of the very first businesses down here at the bottom. Let's try this another search term. Commercial installation contractors near me. Again, a new one that popped up. Commercial Installations Inc. Northridge Construction. We got Home Advisor again. Angie's List. Thumbtack. Affordable Installation MN. The Blue Book. Probably another directory. True Team. Here's a contractor business down here. So this is being dominated by directories. So we're going to take note of those in the future, because we're going to want to get into some of these directories, because people are going to be searching on those, and we want to make sure that our business is found when we get in there. So I guess we would continue on now at this point to go to, we want to exhaust commercial, residential, maybe get into the air ducts. Let's see. Air duct. Maybe do insulation, cleaning, contractors. And you want to go through and type out as many keywords as possible. We had a new result here. Look at this. This is Google guaranteed. These are sponsored, but these are ads that are showing above the 3-pack. We're going to get into how to get into that as well. As I scroll down, we're just taking note of Angie's List. We got Yelp, Dr. Anna Juiceaver. This looks like a contractor. Elite HVAC contractors. Another thing we can do is start to go into, let's say you're in Los Angeles and you want to see who's coming up in certain cities. Because I'm sitting here in Salt Lake, but maybe I do have a business in Los Angeles, or maybe you're in Los Angeles, but you want to target Santa Monica. And you want to kind of do some competition analysis or see what's going on in that city. We got, again, Angie's List, Home Advisor. I'm a terrible speller, but we'll get through that. Home, just seeing if anything changes. These attic guys showed up again. Residential. Let's see if we can remove the contractors. I'm just taking a look. I'm getting an idea of who's doing well in this area. Interesting. Now the 3-pack just went away. Residential Installation Company. Let's see. So the point is, we want to exhaust all of our keyword search terms and write them down onto our spreadsheet. Oh, service. That's another one. Best Buy being the number one for rodent proofing? I don't think so. This is really strange. So actually that means to me, telling me that rodent proofing in Salt Lake City is would be very easy to rank in the top, because I'm not seeing a whole lot of rodent proofing, especially in the maps here. Let's see. How about attic? bunch of pest companies. So anyway, let's see, where are we? So for this lesson, we want to discover as many search terms as possible. Let's see how many we got. We got 20 search terms. That's pretty good. Really 19 or so. We want to get to as many as you can, 30, 40, 50. So go ahead and start to do a search and find as many search terms as you can and write them down on the spreadsheet. And then after that, I'll show you what to do with these in the lessons to come. Next lesson, we're going to set up a listing here on Google My Business, and we're going to show you how some of these search terms are going to come into play. Okay? Thanks for listening. Go ahead and do that task, and then we'll move on to the next lesson. Talk to you soon.